if classism is keeping us single, imagine trying to date somebody with no purpose.
Don't you ever forget that being black is an honor because you come from greatness.
Is an introduction really necessary for someone we all know so well?
And welcome to ChesleyIRL Life podcast, where we talk about real and unfiltered, thought-provoking conversations that help and heal. So as you can see from the title, Ep.6, Classism is keeping us single. So y'all, this topic is interesting because I actually found it on TikTok. So I'm actually going to insert the video so y'all can watch it, and then I'm going to come back so we can talk about it. So watch it right now.
Going to Morehouse College taught me how much classism is keeping a lot of black adults single. And it is. Classism is keeping a lot of us single, and I don't hear us talk about that enough as we're having these conversations on these apps about the high rates of singleness amongst us super educated and us super successful black adults. We need to introduce into the conversation the role that classism plays in keeping us single. Because the truth is, a lot of these super educated, super successful black adults are single not because they've never met someone who makes them feel safe. They're single not because they've never met someone they find to be substantive. They're single not because they haven't met someone that makes them feel special. A lot of these super educated, super successful black adults are single because they haven't met someone who meets their family's ideals of suitable. And that's something we need to talk about when we're having these think pieces about the high rates of singleness amongst super educated, super successful black adults. It's that it's not that they haven't met someone that makes them feel safe. It's not that they haven't met someone that makes them feel special. They haven't met someone who matches their family's ideals of suitable. And this post is not an attack on standards. Have your standards. I have my standards. But when we're having conversations about singleness, let's be honest about how our standards are keeping us single. Like, the truth is, classism is keeping a lot of us cold at night, and classism is keeping a lot of us from considering people we actually might be compatible with.
All right, so as y'all can see, shout out to the creator. I think his name is Nick Young's Life. So shout out to him, because when I seen the video, I immediately commented. I said, "You right," because I thought about it. Like, that is kind of true, because if you a materialistic, classism is keeping you single if you're a materialistic person. But I agree with that. But then I thought about it. I think I was sitting on the couch or something, and I was like, no, you know what's keeping us single? Trying to date people with no purpose. That's what's keeping us single. Because when you really think about it, classism is basically based off of monetary value. Like, you feel like you in a certain financial class or whatever class you feel like you are monetarily, education-wise, you feel like you're above other people that don't have that. But imagine trying to date someone where you're the person with purpose and they don't have a purpose. That is going to keep you single, because I don't even think it's possible for you to date somebody that don't have a purpose. Because, like, if you are a person that you value materialistic stuff, right, that is a conversation that, you know, would definitely would keep somebody single. But I feel like I want to take the conversation a step further, because I feel like if you don't have purpose, I don't think you have anything, because I don't even think you would have no reason to be motivated to wake up every morning and to do what God called over your life. And I don't think you even have the, like, mental capacity to add value to another person's life in a relationship, because you feel lost. You don't feel like you have direction. You don't have purpose. You don't feel like there's nothing that's calling you. And I feel like people with no purpose it's not going to be possible to date those people. So you're definitely going to stay single, because at the end of the day, you need purpose in order to date. Like, yeah, I get it. You know, you do need financial resources in order to be in a healthy relationship. I get that. But at the same time, I feel like your purpose is what's most important. What's most important, because your purpose could turn into money. And I feel like if you're not a materialistic person like myself, I value my character, my morals, my value, the way I carry myself as a woman. I don't think monetary stuff really matters, because I feel like me personally, I don't make a lot of money. Like my income, I've never made 6 figures a day in my life. But you know one thing about me, my spirit is rich. And I think when you're a woman with a rich spirit, a lot of men will kind of like stray away from you, because it's like your aura, the way you shine, is something that money can't buy. And at the end of the day, it don't matter what you drive, where you live at. If you walk in a room and you captivate other people, that is a rich person, because your energy is just so pure, it's so bright, and the way you show up and the way you speak life into other people, that type of energy is undeniable. And I feel like as a woman myself, I feel like I've been single for so long strictly based off of that, because I feel like some men just don't feel comfortable being around me. And I think that's nothing that I can change. I can't make people feel comfortable around me. And I feel like, I don't think classism don't apply to me. I don't feel like my man gotta have this type of car. He gotta stay at a certain place. As long as you're able to be a self-sufficient adult. Cause me personally, I cringe at men that wear like labels, like designer clothes. No. I just think that's so cringy, because it's like, why as a, well, I would only date black men. It's like, why as a black man, why would you want to wear designer clothes that wasn't even made for black people? Like, they literally treat black people like shit when you go to those designer stores or whatever the case may be. And I feel like, yeah, I don't care about what a man drive. I don't care about where a man live. I feel like long as you able to take care of yourself and you're a sustainable adult and you're able to pay your own bills and you're not looking at me trying to figure out what I'm about to do, that's all that should matter. But I think the biggest thing, if a man don't have purpose, or if a woman don't have purpose, I don't really think you can do anything with that. Like, I don't think that's not a person that you can actually date, because I feel like two purposeful people, when they come together, your whole goal is to stay focused on your purpose and to make sure you make each other better. Because when you're a person with purpose, when you get around other people, you want other people to be a purpose too, and you want to elevate whatever they do. And even though you have purpose, you're filled so much by God that you're able to pour into other people. And I think only purposeful people have the ability to do that. So regardless if you drive a nice car, you got money, you got XYZ, if your character is bad, that don't even matter. So I don't think classism is keeping us single. I think people that lack purpose is keeping us single. Because at the end of the day, only people that care about materialistic stuff is focused on classism. So yeah, I don't know. I just wanted to share my perspective on it. Because I feel like at the end of the day, if you don't have purpose, you don't have nothing. Like, I feel like your purpose in life is the sole reason why you're here. And I feel like, even as a man, like, I'm not a man, but I'm saying as a man, I feel like you should want to have a purpose in life before you even seek after trying to be in a relationship with a woman. And I feel like if you're a woman and you have purpose, please do not date a man with purpose. Because he's going to deter you from your purpose. And I think that's why I wanted to take the conversation a step further and take it away from monetary and guide the conversation into like more of a spiritual sense. Because if you're spiritually rich, money can't buy that. You know what I'm saying? Having a rich spirit and being able to have an energy where you can pour into other people, be a light, and just be a positive, God-fearing person, money can't buy that. And I feel like at the end of the day, forget classism. Being spiritually rich and trying to date people that don't have no purpose, baby, ain't gonna never work. And this go for men too, because I'm not just saying like, oh, if you a woman with purpose, you can't date a man. Even a man with purpose, you can't date a woman with no purpose, because all she gonna be is a deterrent. Like, it's not gonna work. She gonna be trying to throw you off your purpose, because she's not focused on nothing. Nothing has her attention to bring her into why she's even here. So I think if you're a believer, you have to seek, information with God. You got to talk to God for you to figure out what your purpose is. And I think that's what people should be focused on. Focus on finding your purpose before you date somebody. Because at the end of the day, it's just a bunch of lost people walking around here just causing havoc, confusion. and all type of stuff in the dating world. So it's not the money. You know what I'm saying? I promise you, it's not the money. It's the lack of purpose. So yeah, make sure y'all get y'all some purpose before you try to date somebody, so you don't have to be single no more. So you can get with another purposeful person, and y'all can be happy and just ride off into the sunset. So yeah, that's episode 6. Classism is keeping us single. It's actually lack of purpose is what's keeping us single. So yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed this episode. Thank y'all for watching. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. And this was ChesleyIRL Life Podcast. Bye y'all.
The black woman is everything. The black woman is gold. The black woman's the reason why my heart is never cold. You see, the black woman is precious. The black woman is bold. Black women, they never fold. They no more precious than gold. Look, the black woman is everything. The black woman is gold.